Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Today I just wanted to introduce you to a really cool makeup brand called Red Dirt Cosmetics. My friend Gilbert owns this brand and he sent me some stuff to play with, and I just want you to know I'm not being paid to say any of this. I don't work for the company. I just have a dear friend that owns it and I absolutely love the makeup. And so I wanted to introduce you guys to the line, tell you about a few products I tried, and then also do a tutorial using mostly 99% only Red Dirt Cosmetics and kind of tell you about the products. So let's get started. So I started with my eyes because I knew I wanted to do a little bit of a darker eye today, and so I started with the eyes so that the fallout wouldn't mess up my foundation. So I started with the Red Dirt Shadow Base. It has vitamin C and E in it. It's transparent, so you can just put it on with a cream brush, a brush that is meant for cream products, or I just put it on with my finger because I find that the warmth of your skin kind of moves it around nicely and blends it out really well. But it's totally clear. So after I did that, I set it with just a neutral skin tone shadow just so that none of the shadows would skip along it. So I just pressed a neutral shadow right into that primer and it worked really well. So then I started with the peach tone in the quad, and it was really beautiful. It's just a really nice transition color to start out with those two darker shades and then that one white. That peach is just in there to really break up those darker colors and kind of create a transition between the white and the dark plummy gray. I don't know what color you would really call it, but it worked out really well. So the peach transition just went on first right into the crease, just like always. And then I started with the next to darkest shade. It's kind of a steely color, and I just put that on like 3/4 of the lid basically. I just put that kind of all over, not all the way to the inner corner, but almost all the way in there. And then I went in with this dark plum shade on the very outside, which I am just loving. And so I just put that on the outer corner of my eye and then kind of blended out the edges into that steel gray and into that peach. So that worked out really nicely. So next I just cleaned up under the eye a little bit with just any makeup wipe because there was a little bit of fallout. These shadows are so incredibly soft, so blendable, but that does sometimes mean that they're gonna fall out a little bit. Which is totally fine. I just cleaned it up with a makeup wipe. So then I went in with the primer, the Retexture Cream Face Primer. And it's for normal to dry skin, which is exactly what I have. So it was perfect for me. It just hydrates. I like to describe primer as like saran wrap for the face. Basically, it keeps your foundation from soaking into the skin. It keeps your skin from rejecting the foundation. It just creates a clear barrier so that it stays on top of the skin and sits really nicely. So then I went in with the Pore Perfecting Foundation. I was really excited about this. It minimizes the appearance of pores, it moisturizes and helps smooth skin's appearance, because usually when you have big pores you're probably oily, and so it just is going to actually hydrate so that your skin isn't overproducing oil. So it hydrates and it also perfects those pores, and it was really nice coverage, so I really liked it. I also had to blend it on down my neck because I couldn't really tell if it perfectly matched or not, so I just went ahead and blended it down my neck. Then I went in with the Dual Action Concealer. It is called Dual Action because it brightens and it hydrates. So it's not going to get cakey and creasy under your eyes because it is going to hydrate that skin. And then I also went in with the Cream Illuminator. And that was just a really nice, mineral illuminator, and it was really nice because it just brightened up the cheekbones, and I love mixing a cream and a powder highlight so that at the end of the day you have a much better highlight because you have it both underneath in a cream and then also on top in powder form, so the two mixed together just make a really stunning highlight. So I was really happy with that. And that concealer was really bright. I didn't swatch these. I just kind of requested what color I thought I would be, and that concealer is banging. It is so bright in the best possible way, so it acted as a cream highlight as well with that mineral illuminator. So that was really awesome. And then I just set everything with some Laura Mercier powder, under the eye specifically, a little bit in the T-zone as well. And then I went in and did the underneath my eyes with that darkest color in the quad, the eyeshadow quad, and I just kind of smoked out under the eye. And then I went in with contour, and the compact for this is the most adorable thing ever. The I'll buy new makeup when I finish my old makeup said no one ever. I just love this. I'm going to keep it in my purse for the rest of my life. It is so cute. So the bronzer is pretty warm for how pale I am right now. If I had on self tanner it would be perfect, but since it is a little dark, I used a really fluffy brush to start off with, because the fluffier the brush, the lighter product you will get. So I started with a fluffy brush just to kind of warm my face up, and then I went in with a smaller brush to kind of detail in that contour a little bit, but I was really careful to use it gently because it is so pigmented and it is a little bit dark for me, but it was really beautiful and I was very happy with it. Then I went in with the Rose Gold Baked Blush. I am obsessed with this color. It's not sparkly, but when the light hits it, it has a little bit of sheen and it is just so gorgeous, and I am just living for this blush right now. So I went in with a stippling brush because I've found lately that really will blend out the edges of the blush better than anything I've tried recently. So I used a stippling brush to do that and just blended it into the contour, so that was fun. So on top of the mineral highlight, I went in with the Anastasia Glow Kit. I started with the banana color. Oh, it's called Sunburst, not banana. So it's the Sunburst color, it's really yellow. And I just kind of laid that down really lightly, and then I thought that that would be enough, but I didn't really think it was showing up well enough, so I went in with Bubbly, the color right underneath it, just to kind of highlight the tops of my cheekbones and then also the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow, just because I wanted to add a little bit even more glow on top of that. And then I filled in my brows with his brow blender in Soft Taupe, and I wasn't sure how this was gonna go because up until recently I had really dark red hair, and so now that I've gone back to kind of more of my natural color, I've been having a hard time doing my brows. It's like white people problems, like I don't know what to use in my brows. And so I just got Soft Taupe because I figured that would be a pretty universal color, and as I was putting it on I was like, whoa, this turned out perfectly. So I was really pleased with that. A couple times while I was doing it, I'm just not used to using a pencil because I've been using a powder lately. And so using a pencil was a little bit of a difficult adjustment, and so I went outside the lines of my brows a couple times and I just used the spoolie on the other end as an eraser to kind of get rid of where I messed up, and it worked really well. And then I combed through them at the end, especially towards the inside of my brows, to kind of lighten up so that it didn't look so blocky, and then just kind of gently comb through the rest just so that it all blended together really nicely. And then I just popped on some All Reliable Demi Wispies just to kind of heighten the look a little bit. And then I finished with some lips, and I used the waterproof gel lip liner in Guava, and it was so creamy, so smooth. Feels a lot like Urban Decay lip liners and eyeliners. It feels so amazing, and it becomes waterproof after about 30 seconds. So you have time to mess with it, manipulate it a little bit, and then it completely sets. I love this color. I just went ahead and filled in my entire lip. And I really like the way it turned out. I probably on a normal day would just wear that alone and just like go for it because it's waterproof. But for today I wanted to add a little bit of moisture on top, so I went with the Carousel. The color is Carousel, and it is the lip crayon, and color Stick Lips. I think it's called lip crayon. And this is in the shade Carousel, and it just added a little hint of moisture, and it really made that color pop a little bit more. And I think that that is everything. So he has a ton more products online. You can just go to reddirtcosmetics.com. I just love that it's all, you know, sourced out of Oklahoma. We have someone right here making incredible makeup, good for your skin, hydrating, protects you against the elements. I mean, it's really good stuff. And he's very focused on making sure that darker skin tones get represented, because that's something when you walk into Ulta and Sephora, it's hard for darker tones to find a right match for their skin. And so Gilbert has really focused on that in his line. So you'll find that I used very light colors and everything because I can't help how white I am. But if you do have a darker skin tone, don't be afraid to go check out his line. It's all very high performance, long wearing, but also, like I said, really good for your skin. So definitely give it a try, and reach out to me if you have any questions. You can leave a question in the comment, and I can ask Gilbert and we can get a response for you. Feel free to also find him on Facebook, Red Dirt Cosmetics, or go to the website reddirtcosmetics.com. So thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this line because I'm really passionate about it. I love it, and I'm super proud of my friend for having this line that's based in Oklahoma. So go Gilbert, yay! So thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!